Hello, I'm Blade BowQuest, and this is going to be a guide on the Central Market. So we just got this on the NA and EU servers yesterday, and I spent about 18 hours streaming it, analyzing it, investigating it with me and all of you guys, and learned quite a bit about it. I want to bring you guys all of my information. There's a lot more that I still need to learn about price fluctuations, but for how the actual thing works, I got a pretty good understanding, and you will too in a few minutes. Well, first of all, don't panic. I thought this was going to be a way worse system than it was. They did not introduce the system that existed in other servers or on Xbox and things like that. A lot of the bugs were gone, but more importantly, a lot of the bad mechanics were gone. So the Central Market is basically something that exists in the cloud. You should just consider you have a new warehouse that just floats around and you have access to it. From any city that has a marketplace, you can go over and you can actually manage your warehouse, right? Manage your warehouse, and this warehouse is the Central Market warehouse, basically. Now, this does have a carry weight of 5,000 VT. Now, LT is the carry weight in our game, and LT stands for long tons. As far as I can tell, VT stands for virtual tons, so that's what I've been calling it. Either way, what you can do is move items over into this thing up to the carry weight of 5,000 VT, which is fantastic. Now, each item has its own prescribed weight, and you can find those in the patch notes, or you can just find it in experience. The details behind what everything weighs is not particularly important, but basically pieces of gear will weigh 50 VT, gear as in armor and weapons, and things like accessories, even though they're very light and low LT in our inventory, they actually are 20 VT in the warehouse. Things like consumables and things, they don't weigh a good amount, so we'll just put 1,000 coconuts in there, and 1,000 coconuts went up by 100 VT. So you can see you can really put in quite a few things. Okay, so this is your warehouse right here. So you dump things in from whatever city, and it goes into this, and you can go to any other city and use alts and actually take it out. So this is an instantaneous, as long as you swap your characters, way to move items back and forth. No more running all the way to one city or another city. Keep an alt. You need more alchemy blood for your alchemy stone and it's all messed up, well, swap an alt, throw it in there, you can take it out. So if you're not actually at a marketplace, market maids will serve to move items into the warehouse from your inventory, and it'll take it out of the warehouse. That is the only purpose of market maids right now. You can be anywhere in the game and open the Central Market from this escape menu. So you no longer actually have to be at a marketplace unless you are using your warehouse. You deposit your silver from inventory or storage into this thing. You don't really need silver in your inventory anymore. You can just kind of throw it over there, hit deposit over here, it will move the silver into your warehouse, and then obviously clicking withdraw brings it back out. Silver does not have carry weight anymore. It's one of the updates of this, and you can actually carry up to 100 million silver at a time, so that's at least something to be aware of. So diving into the Central Market, there are a lot of really great upgrades about this system. This, I think, is a very, very good move in the right direction in this game. I'm very excited about it, and you guys will be too. So I have not discovered a limit to how much you can sell. I don't believe there is one, but I'm going to continue to investigate. So each item has a limit, such as like you won't be able to list 2 million copper ore, but you could list 10,000 copper ore. So the most that you could list of copper ore would be 10,000 at one time. So let's go ahead and try to start selling something. Let's see. Let's do maybe something that doesn't sell instantly. Alright, so we're gonna try to sell all these bags of money water, right? So if you click on it in your warehouse after you've put it in here to sell, this is the top price that you could ask for. Ooh, good. Yes, this is the first time that prices have fluctuated on NA, so it is fixed. This was capped out at 690 just last night. So I will be back with you guys for another guide on how these price fluctuations work exactly later on, or you can investigate it on my live stream. So anyway, so what all this means is right now there are 57 on the marketplace right here. They exist. This guy would like to buy 1,000, but he wants to pay 5 silver less than what this guy is already listing him. If I want to buy these, I can just click on them and then I can just buy them. In fact, let's do that. So let's see here. We search for water. You click on it. We're going over. There's 57. You click on the price right here. And at that point, you just click 57. If you put any more, then it'll actually create an order to buy more at that price later on. So you buy it. You got them. Good. So we can go to sell. We have a few more. So for selling, we click on it on this tab over here. So there aren't any on the marketplace, but I don't like that 5 silver spread. So, okay, I don't know. I want to sell it at max price. So you can click on it over here, or you can click on it over here. Same thing right here. You just hit max quantity, enter, and then you can go ahead and list that right there. Now, as soon as that is listed, that exists on the market. There's no more waiting 15 minutes for this. That can be purchased instantaneously. And if you make a mistake, all you gotta do is go into your buy tab. That shows you what you're trying to buy currently. I'm currently trying to buy 58,513 things, and overnight I purchased 9,428 of them. Alright, we'll say I didn't want to sell the muddy water, so I'm going all the way down to the bottom, and, well, actually, hang on, that's not even right. It's over on the sell tab, right, because I'm selling it, obviously. So you click on this, and you can just cancel it, cancel all of them, and then you're done. You're good to go. That's not on the market. There's no wait time anymore. Let's see, so sold one of those. So we're selling 7 steel horseshoes. Okay, I decide I want to enhance. You can cancel it. You can cancel 5, and then those would 2 of them would stay on the market for whatever price you have. 5 of them go back to your warehouse. Again, managing your warehouse, scrolls stack, relic stack, even armor stacks. You could have a stack of 100 Talus helmets, or something like that if you want. So this ends up being a fantastic just utility in the game, a great quality of life. All right, so talking about buying, right? Buying, this is fantastic. One thing to know about searching is that you actually cannot search for a 3-letter word. Cannot search for it, doesn't exist, and unfortunately with eggs in particular, it's not eggs, it's one singular egg. So you'd actually have to find that going into the category, since a lot of you guys are actually looking for eggs and asking me for it. There you go, eggs. So you have to click on it like that, and then put out a buy order. And hey look, only one other person is trying to buy these because nobody knew how. Well, now you're all smarter. Anyway, so that's just one quick example. So that's how you can just quickly buy something, right, if you'd like to. So for my buy orders, I've got deer meat, and that updated. So I have now 1,000 deer meat, just like that. So I would like to get more of that. So we go click on it, click on that, hit max price. There you go, purchase. Okay. So if we're looking at these, patch notes are a little bit confusing on how this stuff works. We've done some tests yesterday. Moreland TV was instrumental in helping the whole community understand exactly how this works. Basically, if, say there are no orders at all, no orders, nobody wants this stuff. Yeah, right. And I come in and I want deer meat for this price right here. And I don't know, I want 80 of them. Now this won't go through because I've already put an order on deer meat. So I want 80 of them, good to go or something. And then somebody else comes in and then they want 100 deer meat. And remember, we're using this price right here. Then eventually there's a seller, and there's only these 2 buyers, me and this other guy. The seller wants to sell 80 deer meat. Well, because I put in the buy order first, I would kind of have first dibs on it. So if 100 gets sold, I would get 80, and the other guy would get 20. Now that does not apply if we're paying max price. So just now I put out an order to get 1,000 deer meat, and there are 6 other orders to get 1,000 deer meat. So or at least 6,000, maybe over 6,000 people, they all want one. So deer meat hits the market, and then it becomes random which one of us gets it. Now, I don't know yet if it is random to the point where, like, I don't know, each one of us, he gets 37 and I get 12, this guy gets 50, the other guy gets 900. I don't know. I don't think that makes sense. I think when a lot of it hits the market, they pick who wins, their order is filled, and then it picks who else wins if there's more. So that's the way it works at the top. Here's a very, very important thing to remember, because this market is great, but there are some problems. Let me go back to the muddy water, because, you know, that's so cool. So here's a good example. Yesterday, the price was 690 at max, okay? So everybody who wanted muddy water would have to put in 690 max. Well, the price did go up. Now, when the price goes up, you're no longer bidding or having in a buy order for max, are you? No, you're not. So if I put in the order and 500 other people put in an order right here, and then the price increases, now we're all at the same level, and then I was the first person that put in a bid order, which means price goes up, muddy water hits the market, I would get it. And that's pretty weird and easily, I don't know, just like taken advantage of in a weird way. So I don't think they should have it like that, especially as the market is always fluctuating. But be aware, that is how it works. So if you want to get these things, you kind of got to stay on top of it. I went over to EU for a little bit to watch the prices fluctuate. Looks like prices fluctuate pretty rapidly. We don't have anything on NA describing volatile price fluctuations. However, we can see from that one example that they are actually working. Let me quickly, I just got going here today, so I haven't dived through this too much. So, okay, so memory fragments we see are going up as well. So same kind of thing. As soon as memory fragments go up, which they will, and somebody lists memory fragments, unless someone else is immediately pre-ordering it at the higher price, whoever put this first is going to get them. And, you know, that's kind of our new way of sniping, which is just plain weird. Anyway, so what else is really cool about this whole thing is when you're trying to buy something, you can think of it as the old system of pre-ordering, where it's like, I would like to get this, and you have to escrow your silver. So all of this stuff, this isn't just like, I don't know, numbers that don't exist. That is my silver thrown into the marketplace saying, okay, this is held for this particular thing. So I don't know, let me take off something I don't really care about. And by the way, so when you're buying things, you can buy them in multiple quantities. Like I'm actually trying to attain 3 plus 3 or 5. You see the order size right there. 5 plus 3 alchemist clothes. And yeah, take a plus 4, take a plus 5, you know, whatever. I'll take them all. 10 of those, you know. So let's just say I need some extra silver. So we're gonna cancel this. We're gonna cancel 9 of those. And then we're leaving 1 buy order on 1 plus 3, and then all that silver, I canceled it. You can see right there, it shows you 109 million went back to my warehouse, so I can use that for something else. So this is actually your silver, so you have to invest it. But you could go, like, I mean, I'm spanning 59,000 things right now. You can decide what it is that you want, and you can say, I'm buying this at this price, I'm buying this at this price, I'm buying this at this price. And if you can, and if you want, and you can update these as the price goes up, you can get a lot of great things, you guys. A lot of great things. And I do plan to update it, and I do plan to take advantage of it. I've been analyzing the market and making guides and playing this game for 3 years. Hey, look, we got some eggs. What do you know? Let's get some more, since no one knows how to do this until this guide. So there you go. Anyway, and in that time, you guys probably came across a couple terms of mine, which would be microsecond millions. Became quite the meme. Honestly, it's a useful thing. Or opportunistic income. What that meant was you check the market every once in a while in the old system, and if things like, oh, I don't know, a trace of savagery goes in the market, you would buy it, buy as many as you could, because they're only 8 or 9k, and you can do some alchemy, and you can turn that into 40,000 silver. Yeah, so that's the opportunistic income, right? Well, now it's just like your silver and your intelligence and knowledge of the marketplace can span the entire market as a net, just catching wealth. It's pretty great. So just have at it, have some fun. Moreland TV made a good point yesterday. He's like, now the wealth rank 1 emote is a sign of low IQ. And to be honest, I didn't even know what he meant at that point. And then he explained it to me. And he's right. It's like, wait a second. Why are you keeping all of your money on hand for your ranking anymore? It doesn't matter. You put it in here. Tell the world what it is that you want, and you start getting the stuff. And it is tremendously beneficial. There we go. 50 oil of tranquilities, stuff like that. It's fantastic. Which is a little bit of a shame because for the last 3 years I've identified with the wealth emote. It's even an emote in my channel, or the wealth icon. Wait a second. Hey. So that's a lot of how the marketplace works, right? The buying, the selling, all that stuff. Price fluctuations, I don't know the frequency of them. Still need to investigate. I'll be over there live stream figuring it out today. Over on EU though, they have had, I think, like double some prices within 24 hours. So they definitely do move quickly. So we talked about moving items back and forth. Let's talk about the old system quickly. There are no more notifications, so you can't see items being listed on the market anymore. The old market, you can still access for a short time. You can click retrieve items, pull all your items down because they can no longer be sold. You also have to go down to pre-order, cancel your pre-order because your pre-order can't be sold anymore. You would have to buy it on the old market. And even if you have access to the old market, which people have found ways to do, and it's being fixed, they can't buy anything, typically. Alright, so last couple things about this market is that a big problem with it on other systems that we did not get anymore, which is why I love it, is that there's no longer giving silver to sellers whenever the sellers go to the market and say, I want to sell this, before there's a buyer. In other systems and other servers, you would want to sell something, the market would be like, okay, I'll eventually sell it, have some silver, which creates endless problems, and it was a big complaint. And I wrote a whole email to Prolibus and reviewing the Xbox about how much of a disaster this is. Create such a system of inequalities where there'd be surpluses and shortages because the system simply wouldn't always match up with the correct value of the item. People would take advantage of it and destroy everything. Fortunately, weird flex, I know, but I got a text from Prolibus. They flew me down to Los Angeles a couple weeks ago. Say the market on NA had all that crap removed, which is great, and the Xbox is going to be getting the current market of NA. So I think we got a really good working system here. It is going to be the same as NA, or the same as Xbox. So that is fantastic. On Xbox, the first day, 25 billion was duped because of this. On other servers, people have generated 1 trillion silver because the market's printing this stuff out. So anyway, we don't have that. So be aware of that. The only exception is when there are special deals. What happens is, special deals still exist in a sense. Whatever the item value is on the market, the party gets 65% of it, and then that's divided up into all of the people. So really, it makes sense to do Miramox and to do Gaif and Raja without special deals on for somebody to get that extra crazy silver. And that's really what we're seeing on the KR servers right now. However, another weird aspect of the market, which I think is okay, but I don't love, but either way, let me just explain it, is that you can get armor stones and weapon stones anytime you need. So the best way to do it is go over to enhancement, look at black stones. Oh look, there are 17,000 weapon stones, but holy crap, there are no armor stones. What are we doing? This is bad. Well, now you can always buy armor stones or weapon stones. So let's go look at it. See this Zareth? There's, okay. So this Zareth between the range of 6 to 9 literally means I can decide what its enhancement level is. So there it is listed. There's my +6. Well, I don't want it as +6. I want it as +9. It factors in the extra silver necessary to enhance and repair, and you can buy it at +9. Quite literally. Now, when you do that, remember it only existed at +6 there. When you do that, you can extract the black stones and get more. Now, I used kind of a weird example because if you would do that, you would only ever do it on the safe enhancements so that you can get black stones without the fluctuation or risk. So Zareth, for example, we want to buy one of these. We buy it at literally +5. You purchase it. This silver goes into the market. Your silver is then deleted from the economy, which is a silver sink, and then it turns whatever the glove was into a +5. So there you have it. And then over here, you've got your +5 gloves, wherever they are, somewhere. Crap, my price wasn't high enough. Anyway, you hit max price and you buy it. And then you extract that, and then there's your 5 armor stones. And you can do that indefinitely. That's just the way that they set up their system. Again, it is going to be to all of our best interests, though, to buy the armor and weapon stones directly from another player. First, if that isn't there, there are no longer such a thing as blackstone shortages. You can just simply get as much as you want. Since the last one didn't work, I'll try one more time here. You want to find cheap armor, by the way. You don't want to buy these 100k armors, right? So cheap armor would be nothing, because the market is updating now. Alrighty, so cool. So we want to get this. There's one listed at the max price. We're gonna buy it at +5. Maybe you want 10 of them. All right, well, let's buy. Are there 10 of them? There's 7. All right, whatever. So we're buying all 7 that are listed. We want them all at +5. We buy them. We're paying max price. We go to our warehouse. There they are, in a stack of 7. You take that over. You extract them from the armor smith, and then you have 35 blackstones, just like that. So that's the gist of what we got going on, you guys. It is a crazy system. No longer a wait time between listing items. You can get items wherever. You don't have to go to the central market. That's only to manage your warehouse. Just access it, buy what you want, update them quickly. You can sell a whole bunch of good things. The prices are now moving. I will be investigating how the prices go up and down, and I will give you guys more information. But that is the gist of how it all works, and I think it's a pretty good system. I have been having a ton of fun with this. So I'll see you guys hopefully on the live stream at twitch.tv/BladeBowQuest. Have a great one. Keep making that silver.